Hey,
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 hey, happy 4th
get
of
off your
July week.
phone. We got to do work
I know,
here.
I'm
No,
trying,
no, I'm kidding. You can.
getting my list together
Welcome to Beers, Cheers, and Happenings. This week,
here.
Steve and I are going solo, but
Kind of, we're together.
yeah, we're going solo together, so it's extra fun.
I don't know what you
But
call that, but
we wanted to do a special edition and talk a little bit about 4th of July, just various topics. We're going to crack some beers. We're going to talk about some favorite beers of ours. We got a lot of good stuff. Barbecuing as a topic.
yes, 4th of July week. It's July 1st today.
It's hard to believe that, isn't it?
Which is also the kickoff to Michigan Beer Month.
Yeah.
Officially.
And recently, I think I saw it legally. It was passed in the Senate or House in Michigan. Yeah, it actually declared
officially. Yeah,
and we've actually talked about Michigan Craft Beer Month before. As a guild, the Brewers Guild has done Michigan Craft Beer Month.
Which you're
in
part
July.
of, which people probably don't.
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Recently, right?
I'm on the board of it. Yeah,
yeah.
This year it got elected, so that's exciting. But yeah. It's official now, legally or statewide, Michigan Craft Beer Month. So good reason to support your local brewery. And actually, July 3rd is the Brewers Association craft beer run.
For beer run,
yeah.
Or run for beer, is it? I forget the words. Shoot. We'll get that to you, though.
Yeah.
I know we have the graphic.
But the point is to go out and get some beer, right? So
delicious Michigan beer, too, this month.
Yeah. So we're excited to talk about different stuff with that. And we have, if you're just joining, this is Beers, Cheers, and Happenings, and we're going to go ahead and crack a beer. We're really excited we're excited to get to comments later too. So if you're just joining us, throw a comment in. We're going to be doing a giveaway surrounded around the comments. So let's grab a beer, and if you're at home, grab a beer.
You first. One. It is hot, people.
It is hot
in Petoskey today. I was out on Little Traverse Bay for about an hour and a half with the family to get a swim in.
Oh, look at this. Ooh. Green screen
on the green.
Look at that. Citranity's 2 green.
I'm gonna go Citranity too.
That's pretty exciting. It's like let's see. Watch the beer pour out of this.
Okay.
And I have my Drink Michigan beer.
Get it right in the sunset there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Come to the center. Come to the center. Now move your hands over here between us. Not your body, your hands.
Well, look, I can't.
Why no? Now pour it right there. Oh Jesus.
Totally it's hard to pour over.
I know. Especially, you know what happens if you try to watch yourself doing it. And
it's really hard. It's like reversed and you can't move things around. So now I have a horrible pour and we're just going to
That was a good start. I'm going to leave mine in the can in honor of 4th of July week and all the cans that'll be hanging out with folks this week on the beaches, boats, and everywhere else.
I had my great beer state mug, though. I had to pour it in.
It's double winner.
I love it because you're going to be drinking the sunset there. Look at that.
Well, that's pretty appropriate. We have something coming very soon.
Something tasty and local. Ask your local bars for $1 Million Sunset. It's a beer that we're actually selling just locally.
Guess we're going there?
Yeah, why not?
Here we go.
It's a great, easy drinking summer beer. It's not at the pub. It's just out in the local community. So
not at our pub. At other pubs and restaurants around our beautiful community.
Absolutely. We wanted to support other local restaurants and kind of build a beer that is the character of the area for them to kind of rally behind. So if you go out to local places, ask them for it. If they don't have it, it just left last week from our distributor. So it should be hitting some bars and restaurants.
Yes, it's everybody loves the $1 Million Sunsets around here. Now you can drink one and now you can share one with a friend if you got 2 glasses.
That's right.
If you are kissing them already, then you could probably just share your can or whatever.
You just share the can.
Boy, delicious Michigan craft beer, I tell you what.
So that's a good intro to Michigan Craft Beer Month, man.
Yeah.
So, Steve.
Yes, sir.
We were going to talk about some of our favorite craft beers.
Yeah, favorite Michigan
craft beers in honor of the month. And we're obviously we're not going to talk about ourselves. We're going to switch off. Well, we might bring some in, but it's not going to be lists exclusively of ourselves.
Can't lie though either, I like to be honest.
Well, right. So it might just be 4 of his top 5. Or
no, we're calling these instead of the top 5 Michigan craft beers. I'm certainly not qualified, haven't sampled enough to actually give a top 5 perspective. This is my current favorite 5.
That's a better way.
You know
to
what I
look
mean?
at it.
And this could 3 days from now might sample something else and say, you know what? Beat it, number 5. You're off the list.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
So if you have a top 5, your
I do.
current favorite,
Let's you know what we should
let
do?
the viewers throw some in there too. So if you're watching, throw in the comments. Pick your favorite or favorite 5, whatever. That's what we're doing.
Sure.
Current top 5.
Current, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you have a favorite and you're set on it, who are we to argue, right? I'll say this. I want to reiterate that we are doing a giveaway today. We'll say now we're actually going to give away one of these beautiful Beards American flag inspired shirts.
Absolutely.
And the way we're doing it is anyone that makes a comment, asks a question, you're entered into the drawing. We'll pick our favorite at the end of the show. So if there was a show to comment or ask a question on, why not get a free T-shirt?
And this is a limited edition.
This isn't even in the shop.
We ran it last year for a little bit and it sold out. And we're just bringing
very quickly.
Yeah, we're bringing just a little small run of them back, so you'll be the first to get that when it hits the shelves or before, actually.
Yeah, we'll pick our favorite comment or question, and we will DM you and get your address and get you your size and get you your shirt. Who doesn't like free stuff? I love it.
Beers, cheers, and happenings.
Yep.
Cheers.
Elbows.
Elbows. We spend enough time together.
It's really hot, so this is going down.
It's going down. That's a good thing that we have.
You've done a good job of getting the room a little cooler. But
yeah, I've done everything I can.
It's hot on the streets of Petoskey right now, and the beaches, and the lake. But if you're on the lake, you're in good shape.
Yeah, that's the spot to be. Which we're on the lake right here, as you can see.
Yeah. Oh, we are. That's right. That's right. So is this our background for our current favorite 5?
Well, I might have some surprises in. Where are you going to start on your list?
Well, I'll say this. I think we should do it this way.
Okay.
We'll both say our 5. We'll take turns, obviously.
Okay.
And then we'll go to 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's
We'll work our way down the list that way instead of me just blurting out my 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And full disclosure, I am not the connoisseur Peter is, so I'm totally based on taste. You're not going to get much technicality out of me when it comes to descriptions or anything. Peter is familiar with these beers, I'm sure, so you'll probably be able to fill that space if you have any questions. So my number 5.
Your number 5.
Michigan current favorite beer. Two Hearted from Bell's Ale IPA.
Oh, and I think
it's a solid. I mean, how can you argue with that? You know,
talking about a little Two Hearted.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
So that's
my number 5.
Well, and it's a classic. I mean, there's it goes down easy. Have you tried Lighthearted, the lighter version?
I have not. I know you spoke highly of it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I mean, it's not the same as getting a full IPA, right?
Right.
What you're getting with the Two Hearted. So, but
which is probably good for summer.
Exactly.
Sipping,
when you're out on the boat and you're like, you don't want to get dehydrated, and you want to still have something with a lot of tasty hops in there. So I think that's an exciting trend to seeing some of those. And we're working on a beer in that category too. That's going to be exciting.
Literally right now, working on the label. But yeah, I think that's really important in the summer. And some of these beers probably have similar. But it's just like I said, it's hot, and this can is already going down so fast that for me, when the sun is beating down, you got to watch yourself sometimes. You know, what I mean? You know, you're out there for a 6-hour, 8-hour span, full day type thing.
Right.
That's a good. Now listen, I'll drink that beer in January too. It's just a solid beer.
Yeah, and I think so for I hate to throw a bunch of our beers on there, but I'm gonna throw one of ours on. We're talking about
this is your number 5
current
now.
Current top 5 favorite Michigan craft beers. It's really specific here.
Yeah,
and Michigan. If you got a favorite, throw it in the comments.
Please join us.
We're also doing a giveaway of this amazing T-shirt. So if you leave a comment and you're entered in, we're gonna decide at the end of the show who gets this T-shirt. Maybe a clean one because I'm sweating in it now. But
you won't get this.
Yeah. So I like, actually, you were talking a little bit, darker beer. So I do like Serendipity. Even though time of year wise, it might not be appropriate always, but I think like around a campfire or something.
Boy, yeah.
Our Serendipity Porter, which is a porter, you know, very chocolatey, easy drinking.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say this about Serendipity. I thought the same thing, and once again, I kind of started following the seasonality of things as I got into the craft beer industry with you guys more. Excuse me, going down a little too quick. I found, and this is literally just like a month or two ago during quarantine, I had a couple Serendipities.
Yeah,
and it was pretty warm out, you know, and I was thinking the same thing. Maybe not a warm. It's delicious no matter when. I probably wouldn't maybe have
in the hot sun.
Yeah. But like the campfire's good. Yeah, but honestly, even in the hot sun, if you just want to have a beer, yeah, I mean it's pretty good. But all right. I don't think it's too.
Hit us up. What's
number two?
Number four.
Number four. All right. Number four. Current top 5. Shorts Locals Light. And believe it or not, I just tried that beer once again over this quarantine.
That's great.
I mean, you know, you've been at home a little more. You try a few more things. Obviously, something's been around for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's very familiar with it. I just never had it myself. And
well, I think, you know, sometimes the basic styles get like forgotten,
skipped over,
and then but when you can come back around, this is one. I'm just gonna match you on this for number 4. Maybe that's cheating. Shorts is one of my favorites.
Great people down there too in Bel Air.
Absolutely.
In the big can.
But I like the I saw that. That's great.
It's good.
You were really getting it. I can't quite.
You're there.
Boy, the reverse. It's really hard. So, as far as a favorite, I mean, it's just very easy drinking. I find it's usually a staple in my fridge. You know, so
it's really solid. Somebody came over to a barbecue and brought a 6-pack of it, and it didn't get finished, so it was in my fridge. And I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So I grabbed that.
Yeah, so Locals Light, definitely one that I find myself drinking in the summer, especially.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's summer,
but it's a good, you know.
That's why it's the current list.
Right, the current favorite top 5, and when we got Shorts Locals Light on there as well, we're trying to not just highlight Beard's Brewery, but Shorts was an inspiration, I think. Yeah. Shorts was a good inspiration to us getting going. Obviously, they were a little earlier in the industry. I think this is appropriate conversation. It's you know, we talked earlier, July is Michigan Craft Beer Month. So we're excited to be celebrating our current top 5 favorite Michigan craft beers. And I think Shorts was in that kind of like they weren't the very first wave of craft beer. That was more back with like Sierra Nevada and like some of those Sam Adams, those guys. But you know, they were in it before it fully exploded. But then that's like kind of where I caught a vision for Beard's Brewery. It was just like, I mean, there was nothing up. Ivy Shorts was too far to drive, basically. You know,
thing maybe
to become my local spot. So it's like we had to come up with a way to do that. And so Beards is kind of what we put together. And if you're just joining, I see we got some new viewers. Please throw a comment in. We're going to give away this t-shirt today, this great Beards 4th of July themed t-shirt. So and we're going to pick amongst those commenting. We're talking about current top 5 favorite Michigan craft beers. We're going to talk about some barbecuing and other topics today as well. So anyways, I was just giving a little history at Beards.
Turn my ringer off. Sorry.
Shorts is the favorite.
So that's my number 4. What's your number 4?
Well, that's why I was going to steal that from you. I said, I'm just going to go with that. I love
that's your
this.
4.
Yeah.
All right.
I love this beer. So I just agree on that.
Cheers.
There's some others I'm going to get on here too, but all right, go to number 3.
Number 3. So, Ale Mania Mexican Lager, City Built Brewing, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
And I don't have the graphic loaded for that one. I apologize.
That's okay.
But okay. I don't know anything about this, so tell me
I had
about
this at Summerfest last summer.
Yeah.
Shout out Summerfest. Won't see you this summer. But good times. Good thing. A cool thing about City Built, actually, in my connection with me, is that their owner, Ed Clouzot.
Shout out to Mary. Thanks for watching.
Oh, Mary Southwood entered, free t-shirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Entered. She's like,
oh boy.
She's like, great.
Yeah.
That's what I need. You need a t-shirt, huh, Mary?
Yeah.
Anyways, Ed Clouzot, Edwin Clouzot, is the owner of City Built.
Okay.
And he is from Defiance, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
And my father worked for General Motors in the 80s. And in the Saginaw plants closed down in the late 80s. My father took a job transfer to Defiance, Ohio.
Yeah.
And so I spent my junior high, high school, and some college years coming back there while my parents lived there. Even after that, I was there in and out. I lived there for a long time, so I know we know a lot of the same. I know a lot of his cousins, and other relatives, just friends. It's a pretty small community too. It's a lot of great people there, so it's just kind of a coincidence that he's up there. He started a brewery, with others, and I'm working with you at Beard. So that's the connection there. But I went over to say hi to Ed at Summerfest last summer and introduced myself, because I don't want to give away any age. I think I'm younger than those. I ran around with more of his younger cousins and whatnot.
Right.
But met the man. It was great to see him. And I asked for a beer, and this is what he offered me, and he was right, and it was delicious. So yeah, Ale Mania, City Built Brewing. That's my number.
Nice. All right, now I have to come up with the number 3.
Come on.
You had it.
This
all
guy's
done.
usually the most prepared person ever. I'm usually 3 minutes late to everything.
Well, I was preparing the show. That's the problem when you produce your own show.
It does work.
It is a lot of work, but we're having a great time doing it, and we appreciate everyone watching. Again, if you throw a comment out, we're giving away a t-shirt today. Please ask a question or throw out your favorite beer. We're talking 4th of July is the topic, kind of broader, doing barbecues, favorite summer beers, all kinds of things. So I think that I'm going to give another, I'll throw out another Shorts beer because it's one that it's one of the first beers that I got into, but I feel like I don't think it's you're packaged, but the Magician. Yeah, it's like London Red Ale, and not the most common style, maybe. I love it.
Is it on tap there all the time?
I think it's always on tap.
So I think you ordered that when we went there.
Yeah. It's a classic one for them, an earlier recipe, and it was. I think it was a year round for a while. I remember that being the first thing when Short started distributing. I was like, wow, I can drive. I remember I was like, oh, I can go to Charlevoix, and there was a restaurant there that had Shorts on tap. I was like, I don't have to drive all the way to Bel Air. But they had the Magician, and that's what I like to drink. So it was really perfect time. But so I don't know if that's. What
kind of beer is it? I'm not familiar.
It's a London Red Ale.
Okay.
Again, I think that's what they call it, a London Red Ale. But if anybody out there knows specifically,
Ryan Lee, entered. That's my boy talking about DeFi. Sorry,
DeFi.
I am my shout outs. What's up, Rhino? He's the man. He's got the fry menu I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Yeah. They used to be called Rhino fries.
Oh yeah.
Rhino. Yeah.
Okay.
So
sweet.
Good connect.
So anyways, that's my number 3. So how about your number 2? We're talking about top 5 current favorite Michigan craft beers. It's a Michigan Craft Beer Month. July is Michigan Craft Beer Month, and we're very sad that there won't be the Summer Fest this year as usual, which is usually in July. So we're kind of celebrating our own way, going through a top 5 before we get on to some other beers, cheers, and happenings topics. So
yes,
Steve, you're on number 2. What's your number 2 on the top 5?
Number 2, Michigan current favorite beer.
Yeah.
Grand Rapids Cream Ale, Black Rocks Brewery, Marquette, Michigan. Once again, there's a festival connection there. Went to my first fall fest up there. And in what's it called? Is it the Brewers Tent where they have,
the hospitality. Yeah.
So it was one of the beers that was on tap there. Tried it. I think I got me about 3-4 more later that day. It's just a delicious beer. I like cream ales.
Yeah.
All around kind of. And
I think this beer is
and I like
particularly
cool can too.
Yeah, it's particularly interesting to me. I've always liked this beer as well, Grand Rapids, because it's a cream ale, but it's dry hop, so it's got a little bit more going on.
Oh, I love the wordplay too in the name.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good stuff.
Yep.
I didn't get that for a while. Slow to the table sometimes.
Slow to the table.
I don't know if that's a saying either. See,
I don't know.
Anyways,
we're making things up here on Beers, Cheers, and
got all the answers, and if we don't, we'll make it up.
Yeah, that's the motto. So if you guys have questions, remember that. Throw a question in. throw a comment out. We're going to be giving away a t-shirt to one of the commenters today. So it's worth a few keystrokes to throw a comment out. We're talking about it's Michigan Craft Beer Month. July is, so we're focusing on some of that as a topic as well. I'm talking about our top 5 favorite current ones. Oh, look at that. Dropping in for a sec.
Aaron.
Speaking of featuring Michigan Craft Beer Month, here's one of our brewers is watching.
Stellar
shout
human
out.
being, and also a stellar human being.
Yeah, just in general. So we appreciate the brew team for sure. Yeah, give us a comment. Let us know.
Are you enter for a free shirt?
Yeah, enter for a free shirt. So Grand Rapids, great beer. I think that's a worthy number 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to
there's Kristen
talk about
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Just getting very excited about all the free t-shirt entries.
Beards beer. That's a great question. We're gonna get to that.
We'll get to that.
We're going actually we're working towards number 1, and so it's hard to say. Like, I mean, we hate to give ourselves number 1 everything, but it might be on there somewhere.
I'm gonna go ahead and I might.
Hold on. I'm on number 2. Number 2. Also a Black Rocks beer. I've been drinking it like fairly consistently. When I go to the store, I see it and grab it. Is the My Kiss, and that's the can with the fish on it.
Unfamiliar, yeah.
Oh man, it's a killer IPA. It's got Mosaic, Simcoe, and Citra hops, I believe, and very, very good.
What'd you say it was called again?
My Kiss.
My Kiss.
Yeah.
Like 2 words, or is it?
Yeah, if I could show you the can, but it's kind of complicated. Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you imagine. You can Google that one, My Kiss.
I just got
fantastic Black Rocks IPA.
Gene Simmons with his tongue out.
Yeah, no, it's a fish.
Fish.
Yeah, there's a fish. It's really cool can art. How about you go on to your number 1? And I'll see if I can pull that can art up real quick.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna pull the trigger.
You're gonna pull the trigger. Number 1. Hold on. Number 1 top.
Number 1.
Well, so we're talking current Michigan craft beer. So current top favorite. Your number 1.
Not sorry, because look at that again with the green screen.
Yeah.
Star Galactica Fruit IPA, Beards Brewery, Petoskey, Michigan.
We have such bright, colorful cans. It's like
the green screen loves it. Too. That's a nice backdrop too. But Beards Copper Star IPA, Fruit IPA. It's literally my favorite beer that I've drank in my life.
Really?
And I had like literally, yeah. And
favorite
I had the honor
in your life.
Yeah, I cannot think of another. Desert Island, you get 1 beer on your list. That's all I need.
Oh, I need to fix the setting here.
I don't care if it's after snowboarding. I don't care if it's like today on the boat. Copper Star Galactica Fruit IPA. Fill my fridge, please.
It's a great beer.
It's a great beer.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix a issue we got here. There. I fixed it. Yeah. We had double green screen going on. Kind of a technical error there. But yeah. No, that's a great one. Great beer.
I don't know if you want to say anything else about that. It's just the best beer I've ever drank in my life. So that's my recommendation.
I will talk about that. So we're going through a current top 5 Michigan. It's also Al's all-time favorite Beards beer.
Al,
who
Mr.
does
5-star?
our t-shirts.
Enter for a free t-shirt, Al.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get you a free tee, bro.
Love it. Yeah. Well, it's a fruit IPA, so we want it to bring in something bright and nice. But the thing that I love about this more than anything, because we don't over fruit it. It's not like crazy heavy gobs of fruit.
I've had really sweet beers, and I only want a can.
And we also ferment the juice, so that's also while you get some of the flavor, you don't get as much as the sugar because the yeast eats up that sugars. But the thing that I like more than anything is that it uses all Michigan hops. And this beer is built around,
from my local, Williamsburg, Michigan,
and a Michigan indigenous strain. So a strain discovered here. So
this is very important. This is very. I mean, you don't have a better number 1 because this is the best number 1 answer considering all these things for Michigan Beer Month.
It's true because it featured.
So you lost.
So I lost. I can't.
You're not allowed to pick this. But I still want to hear it.
What is my number one?
Mm.
That's so hard now. Because...
So yeah, Cop Started Galactica is my number one. Every beer I listed is probably more than worthy in most people's lives. Just not mine.
We just highlighted a couple favorite breweries here too, but there are Michigan. The reason that we celebrate Michigan craft beer in July, Michigan Craft Beer Month, is because we are home to a state of a lot of great breweries.
Many great breweries.
Yeah. So it's really an awesome spot to be for great beer. If you're just joining, please throw a comment in. What's your favorite Michigan craft beer? It's Michigan. July is Michigan Craft Beer Month, so we're kind of celebrating that going through. And I'm supposed to give a number one here.
It's tough.
I feel so bad. I always getting to number one's hard.
I understand. Like you said, and that's why, listen, if you just joined us, this is not a top 5.
No,
this is a current favorite 5. Because as Peter stated, it's just too hard to pick. We have so many, if we didn't name your favorite, that's not because it ain't worthy. That's for sure.
Right. And maybe we don't know about it.
And we might not know about it. So tell us.
Throw it in
and
the
win
comments.
A free t-shirt.
You could win this t-shirt, free t-shirt, if you leave us a comment, ask a question. That's ideal too. But if you want to throw in, your one of your top 5 or your top number one current, what is the beer you keep going back to? Doesn't have to be Beards. It won't offend us.
No.
But we're talking about Michigan craft beer. So
as long as it's from Michigan.
Yeah. So we talked about Black Rocks earlier, and I've been drinking that My Kiss. But one that's like one of their mainline things is the 51K. I like that one a lot too. So I drink that a lot. But I feel like I already put a Black Rocks beer on there, so I hate. One that I go back to that.
Hit us with it.
I'll hit you with it.
Hit us with it.
I go back to it because it's just traditional, and so I'm gonna talk about 2 beers.
Okay, fair enough.
One's from Beards.
Yep.
And one's from Founders. And the Centennial IPA, they both use Centennial hops. That's why I'm talking about. We have Green Hundo, which is an all Centennial hop, and it's just that hop is a traditional hop, as far as it was like exploded and was like the it thing for a while. But it's kind of like lost favor, so to speak, as new varieties have come out. But if you go back and drink a beer, Centennial IPA, or you're at our pub, you grab Green Hundo. You drink a beer featuring Centennial hops. I mean, those 2 beers are different. Don't get me wrong. Our brewers have done a great job with Green Hundo, and I'm not saying those are the same beers, but the characteristic you get from that hop is just great.
Is it very like distinguishable?
Yeah,
you know it if you're.
I mean, if you're
a little further along in your experience than myself, you can. Sniff it out.
I think if you've consistently drank beer, you would be able to pick it out. It's kind of like a little bit more maybe piney resiny than like a lot of the current popular hops are very citrusy. So I would say this is a little bit more to the resin end of the spectrum, but at least how I perceive it. We got a comment here from Aaron on one of his favorite had to be Crumple from Holmes.
Oh, Holmes,
yeah, they make some good beer.
They really do.
But the one he drinks the most often is definitely Citranity. That's what I'm drinking right now. Hard to go wrong with a good Citranity.
Too. Had a good sour at Holmes when we were down there a while back.
Mary said, "Have you heard of 51K-8? Been told it's a lighter version."
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Not heard of that. I'm gonna have to look at it. Is that 51K-B or -8? Sorry.
Looks like
we got our comments a little too far out there.
8 or B.
But yeah, it could be
8 or B.
I'll have to look it up. A lighter version of 51K. I have not heard of that, but I would love to try it.
Me too.
So maybe we should just say the lighter version we're working on. Most people maybe took their IPA and cut it in half. We took our session IPA, Citranity, and cut it in half. So we have like a roughly 2.5%, 80 calorie low the Citranity coming out in about a month. And that is something we're really excited about. Steve's working on the art right now.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait to get that in there. So
coming soon.
So we just ran through our current top 5. It's a B. She said BEE. So 51K-B. I'll have to look it up. No, that makes sense.
Our current favorite five.
Favorite five.
You can't name a top five.
You're too good.
It's impossible.
Current favorite five.
I try to keep you straight.
Michigan craft beers. So if you have a current favorite five or a current favorite Michigan craft beer for July's Michigan Craft Beer Month, please share it in the comments. Let us know what you're drinking. If you got questions for us, shoot those out. We're giving away this t-shirt. So
man, I am looking sunburned as shit on this camera.
I think we just added a little extra love to it.
These cheeks, though.
Those cheeks, yeah. Well, you've been out in the sun.
I've been in the sun a lot. It's been nice.
So what have you been up to? Getting ready for the 4th?
Yeah.
By getting on the water?
Yeah. Got family coming in. Got to get the grill ready.
Yeah.
You know, so I actually, I don't know if you have a picture of my grill, but I was
going to say,
was cooking.
I think that maybe
some stuff a couple weeks ago. I cleaned my grill recently, and I'll tell you why.
Is this your grill, Steve? Is this
That's not my grill.
Because it looks like that's
a great.
You're really cooking there.
That's a setup there. That's those are those are all like New York strips on the bottom. That's quite the cookout. No, find one of those with more fire if you can.
More fire.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what happened to me just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, give me a second.
You know,
you tell your story. I'll see if I can pull in more fire.
It's summer's creeping in. It's spring. It's grilling time.
It is grilling time.
So we busted the grill out after the winter. No big deal.
No biggie.
Probably grilled about 3-4 times. Let's call it 4. So 5th time, I grilled all my meat. I remove it, I bring it in. Had some baked potatoes out there, wrapped in tin foil. I'm waiting. Yeah, that looks more like my grill. And
this more like your grill?
Yeah. I was sitting at my kitchen table, and there's a lot of smoke out on the deck all of a sudden.
Ooh.
And I said, oh, something must have flared up. Some juices must have dropped.
Yeah, just got a little juicy. That's
my grill was on fire.
Wow.
I sprinted, one flip-flop falls off, so I got one flip-flop on, and it's kind of sideways. They get sideways, your toes get jacked up.
Yeah.
So I'm flip-flopping away over there.
That's the danger of flip-flops.
That's his danger. I didn't have time to grip the toes down.
Right.
When you run, you can run with those. You got to grip the toes.
Yeah.
So didn't have that. Lost one on the way. One goes sideways, and all I'm thinking is turn the propane off because it wasn't coal-fired. It was my propane side of the grill. Turn the propane off. So I sprint over there, turn the propane off. My wife comes running out of the house. I must have yelled, "Get me water" or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what she brought me, but I put it in my mouth and sprayed it all over like an old wrestler. I forget it. Yeah, because I didn't want to just dump and have, So I was trying. Yeah.
Boy,
you didn't know the champ would show up.
I think you're winning the grilling here.
So, grill almost blew up. I got the propane off. I cleaned it all out. I got family coming. We're grilling this weekend. Everything should be fine. So don't worry, Mom.
Oh, yeah. And if you smell something, just get your Sprint back up.
No flip-flops, though.
No flip-flops. You got to have your running shoes on if you're grilling danger like that.
Yeah. So we got family coming this weekend. Very exciting. Gonna see my little nephew. I haven't seen him in a while. It's gonna be great. We're gonna try that. We're gonna beach it.
Gonna celebrate a little 4th of July.
Amen.
Absolutely.
That's right.
There it is. We can at least be grateful that we are able to eat and have food and celebrate. Yeah. So I think, you got to look at the positive, right? If your grill gets a little bit on fire, you could probably rescue that meat.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. Yeah, no, everything is. I can't believe sometimes how good life is,
Yeah.
All things considered.
Right.
Currently don't have any.
Up here in northern Michigan, where we have, look at this. I literally took this picture. You know what I'm going to do for the viewership here is just, oops, wrong one. There's a lot of buttons to click here. I'm just going to drop us off for a second. Oh boy, this is way complicated. All right, here we go.
And we're gone.
There we are. I literally took this picture just a little bit ago. Friday.
Right? Yeah.
Friday. That's the break wall. So
that is very close.
It's pretty awesome.
To where the pub sits.
Very close.
You can see that view from the patio.
Should have got a picture of the pub in here. Yeah, that's basically what you're looking at. And you know what? So here's something to talk about.
Sure.
They just launched. A lot of people might not know this. A ferry from
Saw them today when I was on the boat. Actually.
Yeah, and
Sunday.
actually, they go to Bay Harbor as well. They were originally that was going to be like a year 2 or something. I thought, but so Petoskey to Harbor, Bay Harbor, Petoskey. You have to look at the schedule, but you can do the whole thing. So I tried that out. Second day they were open, and I think they're doing a great job. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a great way. I mean, I think a lot of us locally, we look at the bay, but we go out on the small lakes.
Yeah.
Right. So I can't remember the last time I was in a boat.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
And I just started to my friend Justin kind of gave me the nudge to start getting comfortable out there. And I love it actually. But you're right. You're right. Most people
of us go to inland lakes.
You don't probably get 100 yards offshore. You know what I mean?
And you went swimming?
Oh yeah, I went swimming today.
I bet that was chilly.
It was chilly. It wakes you up. But I tell you what, when it's high 80s,
it's worth it.
It's what you want. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to get woken up.
Yeah. I saw the ferry today. Actually, kind of drove. I was probably a couple 100 yards away over in Bay Harbor, actually. Yeah. And they were packed. I mean, it looks like people are enjoying it. And
I believe it. I mean, when I went on it, it was fun. So what we did is we actually live close enough to town. We went and walked from our house. You know, it takes us 15 minutes to get into town, and hit the ferry, went over to Harbor Springs, got dinner, came back.
Oh, yeah?
I mean,
where'd you get dinner?
Pearson's.
Nice. Pearson's Grill.
Yeah. So that was great. I always enjoy food there. We were going to go to the pier, but they just had too long of a wait.
Yeah.
We couldn't miss our ferry going back.
Yeah. I want to do that. Be stranded.
But yeah. So, you know, we talked a bit about grilling here. And if you're just joining us, please throw a comment in. July is Michigan Craft Beer Month. We've been talking about our favorite, current featured favorites.
We're saying we're talking about we just got to know their
beers.
Top
we're talking
current
about beers.
Favorite Michigan beers.
Current,
not top 5 because we can't choose.
So throw a comment. What's your favorite? What are you drinking? What do you keep finding yourself going back to at the store and picking up another 6-pack of? Throw that in the comments. We're giving away this awesome t-shirt, which was limited edition, sold out last year, and we're just bringing one run back to the pub here in about 2 weeks. And when they hit, they're gonna go fast. So but if you comment, you could win one right now. But fire safety we were talking about, because Steve, you had some harrowing grilling experiences.
It was a little shaky.
One thing I know that's a little unfortunate this year is most of the firework celebrations have been canceled.
They have.
So the question is, what's everyone going to be doing?
I'm going to tell you what everybody's doing. They're going to do what I did last year, which is they're going to blow a bunch of shit up in their backyard.
Yeah. And they want to do it safely.
So
we're going to encourage you to do it safely. But now we're
the fireworks.
But now we're going to talk about fireworks.
Yeah. So I think you're going to see more. They're already starting to pop up around me. You're hearing them at night and stuff.
Yeah,
it always seems to happen about a week out. But yeah, unfortunately, the big fireworks on both sides of the bay will not be happening.
Sad.
We usually sit at the state park, so you can see them both.
Right.
Hang out there. Sun goes down. Great time. So last year we actually didn't do that. We stayed home. It was a good story.
Yeah.
And then I had this cool
another beer real quick.
I should probably.
It's so hot.
It is. Parched. Copper Star Galactica. Thank you. I love you.
I'm just gonna go with this Luna. Look at this very nice looking. Okay, so, tell me about your fireworks story, Steve.
So we decided we weren't going that year. I can't remember quite why we decided that, but we're staying home. So I had this cooler of fireworks from Colorado that I've just been holding on. A cooler. Like a big cooler. Figured that was a good spot.
It's a unique storage method.
Well, I have lots of coolers. Oh, you live by lakes and rivers, and you camp,
and you drink beer.
Yeah, and you drink beer or eat food.
Yeah, I know.
Eat food. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I had a sandwich today on the bay. Thank you. Anyways, so I had this cooler of fireworks that I've been hoarding basically for years. I just never had the right time. I definitely always try to respect my neighbors. Speaking of safety and stuff, and I didn't light them off, quite frankly, because I know they're going to fall somewhere in somebody else's yard, and I don't know where they're going to be to go pick up or whatever. So I felt kind of bad about that. Well, I didn't feel bad last year, apparently, because I decided to blow up that whole cooler. And So I
But
had
at the appropriate time.
absolutely, yeah.
You weren't doing this like
listen,
October
I was
1st.
no. This 4th of July.
Yeah, okay.
And I was
eliminating your fun to the right time of year.
yes, and I did not aggressively consume
Okay, that's key.
alcohol either.
Yeah,
because I had a lot of kids there. Yeah, safety for sure. Made a launch pad, all that good stuff. You know, had the hose out, everything. You know, hose was ready.
We're talking fireworks.
Yeah,
firework stories. You got a firework story? Throw it in the comments.
So I opened up my cooler. I got a lot of stuff in there, and you know those blocks that are about the size of a 6-pack.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, man, I had about 4 or 5 of those. I was like, man, I am
batteries. I think they call those.
I'm rocking with these. Right? So we had some friends over. I should say that. So I bring my stash out, and then my friend, we'll call him Rick.
Yeah, anonymity.
Now Rick consumed a little more than I did.
Right.
But Rick's a smart guy. Safety once again. Rick's got a lovely wife who does not consume alcohol at all. Designated driver. So Rick said, I got to go to the store. So he told his wife, let's go. Got to drive you to the fireworks store. I'm thinking he's going to go get a few more things about the size of what I had, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
He comes back with blocks that are milk crate size.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like like real deal stuff. We had a legit community fireworks show in my neighborhood last 4th of July. And it was fantastic. And it was safe. That's my story. The funny thing is that he went and he came back with about 6 times of the stuff that I had.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll light all that off too.
You know, fireworks can get expensive, so it helps.
He probably dropped $400.
That's what I'm saying. It helps that he had a designated driver to take him there, but it probably helped that he was drinking when he started spending.
Yeah, I mean, it made the show fantastic.
It made the show fantastic.
I had made a couple $100 investment years ago,
right?
So it really stretched it.
Yeah. So how
about you?
Man, big fan of fireworks.
Okay.
I've always liked them. Well, you know, as a kid, I think there's like that marvel of like, oh my goodness, like the fireworks going up. And I always thought, you know, here was great, and not to be right here, but you know, then I went to Venetian Festival, which they actually put like
Charlevoix.
That's like their premier event, right?
Charlevoix.
Yeah, Charlevoix. And like I was like, wow, fireworks, like I feel like they do even more or like bigger. As a kid, I just remember that then being like the next level. And I've seen fireworks in other spots now too, where I'm like, holy crap. But I think the magic for me also too has always been getting your hands dirty, right? Doing it yourself.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, it was like illegal to have mortars.
Yeah.
So like my sister went to college in like Indiana, and like for my birthday's in May, so I would get like a bag of fireworks coming back from Indiana where they were legal to buy.
That's a good big sister.
And you'd go visit her at college, and you'd get right across the border, and there's these huge fireworks stores. Like
it was like that in Ohio. I think it was legal in Ohio for a while when I lived down there.
Yeah. So that's what I always loved, was lighting them off myself, and even though those. I mean, the mortars are quote unquote big, but they're.
Are you talking about M80s when you say mortars?
No, you know, they're like this big. You shoot them out of like a tube.
Oh, okay.
You know, and they're like, you know, like what we have in the background. They look like that.
Yeah,
but they're not that big. Like when you go to a professional show, it's that big, but it's those type of fireworks that like explode out. And that was always a ton of fun. I always like to try to like chain them up, you know, like. You get extra wick and like put a couple together and light it, and it would like light multiple ones. But
you know, that's awesome.
I had a cousin who went a little too far and exploded in his eye.
Oh no.
It malfunctioned in the tube and then like blew back. So it's like I was always like, man, I gotta be really careful with these things, you know.
Oh yeah.
You learn from safety hazard incidents.
But I know I had a friend that had an M80 go off in his hand, and that was
in the hand. Wow.
Yeah, pretty rattling.
This was in the tube, but what had happened, I think, is it might have gone in upside down or something, and so it just exploded in the tube. So the tube broke it a little, but there was like shards, you know.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful with fireworks.
For sure.
But, man, it's thrilling, right?
You know, Bay City, where I grew up before I moved to Ohio, has amazing fireworks. Actually, they put quite a bit into it. I used to be able to stand there on the Veterans Bridge, over the river, and watch them. They put a huge show on down there.
Well, you are watching the Beers, Cheers, and Happenings show. If you're just joining us, please throw a comment out if you got questions for us.
Any questions? We don't even need to know what we're talking about. If you just tune in, if you got a question, throw it at us.
cares what we're talking about? We'll talk about whatever the viewers want.
That's right.
And we'll drink a beer
This
while
is a
we're
show
doing
for the
it,
people.
because it's called Beers, Cheers, and Happenings. We're definitely going to drink a beer while we do it.
It's delicious ones.
So I'm just going to pull out my iPad. We had a bunch of topic ideas here. We've gone through current favorite 5 Michigan craft beers. It's Michigan Craft Beer Month, July. Celebrate, maybe pick up a 6-pack from your favorite local brewery. 4th of July traditions. So we talked about fireworks. We talked about barbecuing. You got any long-standing 4th of July traditions, Steve?
Yeah, kind of. We go into Houghton Lake. My aunt and uncle have a place there, and we try to get over there 4th of July week. It's been more for like a day lately, but used to go down there. So getting together with family, typical stuff, Gonna barbecue. If there's water, we're gonna try to get on it.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, not really. It's really about for us. It's about being on the lake or at the beach, and then it's really about the barbecue afterward, the food. My cousin will always do some cowboy cooking in the ground.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
We'll smoke stuff. It's cool and it works, obviously.
What type of meats do you smoke in the ground?
Well, not in the ground. We don't do the meats in the ground. Actually,
Okay.
He makes like cobblers. Actually,
Oh,
like peach
really?
cobblers. Yeah, and it's so good. It's
You just
easy.
make some coals, put it in, cover it in there,
make coals in the thing. Yep, and have your hole, and then cover it up. I don't even know. I don't know if he just I don't think he totally covers it with dirt or anything.
Yeah,
but he covers it with something, maybe some rocks.
Well,
or
when
something.
they do like hogs and stuff, it cooks down there for like a day.
Yeah, in Hawaii and stuff.
Yeah,
the pits. Yeah, that's amazing. I'd love to do that.
I'd love to do that. We should add that to our employee
I think there's
party ideas.
For sure.
Ground cooked hog.
Yes, Justin, get on it, Justin.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll always do some cook some stuff in the ground, and the smoker's always going all day. You get stuff going, and you go out in the lake and come back and check on it. They have waterfront properties, so they're really lucky to have a spot to go where you got the dock. You can go in and out all day. So it's kind of always been Houghton Lake, to be honest. My grandparents had a place there. So beaches, water, barbecue, family, friends.
That's pretty much for me. I mean, it's a lot of the typical things.
Yeah.
But for me, a lot of it, and I don't do it as much anymore, but was doing our own fireworks. Even though, it's not as grand as a big scale, there's something fun about doing it yourself, right?
Maybe we should start a fireworks show.
Maybe. Maybe Beard's Brewery should put the 4th of July fireworks
on.
I was,
out the barn might be a good spot with that big field in the back there. We could get a water source going if there's any
lake
emergencies. That's right. Walloon Lake.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
So Mary said long weekends and family time.
Amen.
Best holiday time ever.
I think hard to beat.
Yeah, I think Christmas is often like the premier holiday, but I think a lot of as far as like the glamour,
Santa gets a lot of shine.
Yeah, but I've always really loved Thanksgiving because of food. But 4th of July kind of brings that together too. Like barbecuing is great food, right?
Yeah, it's hard to beat sunshine.
Ooh,
nice water.
I accidentally clicked this. But Patty Jakeway.
What you got?
Thanks for throwing this up. Happy 4th. Favorite beers are Luna and D's Nuts. Fantastic.
Hey, cheers.
Celebrating. I'm drinking a Luna.
Hey.
Man, look at that. Tasty.
D's Nuts Brown 8.
Celebrating with Kevin and Samantha. Oh, man. I'll have to hit them up. Awesome.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. You're entered in our competition to win this free t-shirt. I was going to also throw up that Mary asked about our sliders. We used to have these amazing sliders on our menu.
Oh gosh, when will stuff come back? Yeah.
When will stuff come back? Well, I'll tell you what, we have amazing pizza.
Yeah. Well, everything that we're offering is amazing, quite frankly, and that's the whole point of
well, that's what I wanted to touch on. We decided we wanted to really just focus on quality. It's
which is what we always try to focus on.
It's always been our thing, but to be frank, staffing's been very hard this year. So getting enough staff, and there's a lot of prep into all the things we do because we don't buy it from frozen. We make it from scratch. So it's like, we're going to make this thing, we make it from scratch,
Yeah.
So I think that's, we don't have an answer to this, but
I would say this. It's as soon as possible thing, but that's the thing is like, we're not going to jeopardize quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Ever.
Quantity of options,
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not, we, oh God, trust me, as somebody that goes there and loves to eat our food,
Yeah.
We miss those items too. So as soon as we can execute them properly and deliver them in the manner they should be delivered, we'll see them again.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a job and you can cook or you work the front of the house,
or you're bored on the weekends.
Yeah, maybe you're a server, maybe you're looking to make a career shift. We'll use this plug right now.
Yeah.
We are hiring, and fun team to work with. I've been with the team for over 3 years now, and
That's very nice.
Busy. It's you won't be watching the clock.
No,
make some money.
We'll keep you going. If you're just joining, we appreciate it. I noticed we picked up a few more viewers, so I appreciate
if you
that.
Just joined us.
We're doing a t-shirt giveaway. This limited edition t-shirt, which we just have one run coming back to the pub. They sold out very quick last year. So throw a comment in, you'll be entered to win this t-shirt, and we'll follow up with the winner at the end.
A new one.
It's a
As
good.
we pointed out before.
Yeah, I might be sweating in this.
It's hot in northern
Michigan.
It is toasty. It's beautiful. If you're heading up this weekend or whatever, you're in luck.
On the lake. Look at that.
Back. Ooh, feels better. A little breeze.
No, it's getting the breeze off the lake.
My hair move.
Yeah, look at that. All right. Well,
all right.
We're getting out of control here.
A little out of control. It's 4th of July week.
That's okay.
Safely out of control.
So, I think we hit a lot of our topics. Did you have something else you wanted to cover? Talked about food. We've talked about 4th of July.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, we did.
Shenanigans, on 4th of July. Yeah. We'd love to hear your stories. So it's not too late to throw a comment in there. We will probably be wrapping up in the next 10 minutes. So if you do have a comment or a question, Brian Wagner says, love you guys. Hey. Brian, we appreciate you watching. If you got a thought-provoking question for us, let us know. Oh, Mary B is joining us.
All right, Mary B just got entered for a free t-shirt.
Can you also do a t-shirt for Stephen Bartell is wearing? What are you wearing?
Oh, this tanky? This is just
tank top.
It's hot, like I said.
Steve's just, very this is boat theme.
These are anchors, yes.
Yeah.
These are repeated anchors.
He's a very stylish guy. We can't give away his personal clothing items.
I'll trade you, Mary.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd come
maybe
get that
DM
hat.
him. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. That's good times. Well, we sure do love where we are here in Michigan. We love being part of the Michigan craft beer community. Today, we've talked a lot about that. We've talked about, it being Michigan Craft Beer Month, July. It's a great time to support your local brewery. This year there won't be a summer beer fest, which is something we're very sad about. But I think that we can all do our part and enjoy craft beer out in this great state of Michigan. So grab a local 6-pack, support your local brewery.
If you haven't ever walked into one of your local breweries, I'd encourage you to do that.
Look at who's walking up the hill to our brewery right now, Brian.
What, Brian? Hey, nice.
Look at it. We're getting great viewership. We got father-in-law says go Beards.
Hey,
Tim, thanks for watching. Tim, you're entered for a free t-shirt.
Congratulations, Tim.
Hey, if you're watching this later, unrecord it too. Come back for the live show next week. We're doing this every Wednesday at 5. We got some really great guests coming up, and
we do.
As Steve mentioned, I like to be planned out. We haven't always been planned out because there's a lot going on right now, but
we don't let that get in the way. We like to be planned out, but if we're not, we forge forward.
But I guess where I was going is we have some really exciting guests. If you're stick with us here if you're watching, because I'm just going to read out some of our upcoming guests, and this is a really cool list coming up.
We have Tom Selleck next week.
Tom Selleck, no.
Oh.
Well, don't oversell.
Oh, sorry. The Goo Goo Dolls. Is that better?
Yeah. Next week we'll be talking to Crooked Tree Breadworks.
For real.
Greg
Sorry.
Greg from Crooked Tree Breadworks. He's doing an awesome job. Local crafter, making some really phenomenal artisan breads. And we can't wait to have him on the show.
I can't wait to talk to him either. They got a lot of fun posts on their social media, like on Instagram and stuff. They have fun with it. They take great pictures of their great product, but then they always they always feather in the fun, which I can appreciate.
And they've used our beer and some sourdough,
This
so
is
you
true.
can
We'll
get
talk about that with
Serendipity
them.
bread. Yeah, we'll talk.
Peter,
with them
you
about,
save that for them.
Well, we'll let him get into what makes a good beer for a bread, but I'm just trying to get people hyped.
Yeah, no.
And I'm gonna give you a couple more teasers.
Don't hurt them.
The week after that, the 15th, we got Sean Miller. He's got a new album out. We're gonna be talking to him. He might even play a little bit on our live show.
That'd be stellar. That'd be stellar.
Pretty exciting.
Which a lot of musicians have been doing. So that's
Sean's got a great story too.
And a Beards connection.
Yeah, he's got a Beards connection.
We'll get into that.
He's worked part-time for us before on marketing stuff, but I think like I always admire he's got a great story of like not being afraid to go after your dream or something you're into, right? So I think that's exciting. I really look forward to picking his brain.
He's a go-getter.
And usually we have guests, so that's the thing. This week is kind of a special edition where we're just talking with each other, but shooting stuff. Well, not exactly.
No, we're not really.
And so towards the end of the month, July 22nd, super exciting. We're gonna have
Bruce Springsteen.
Steve.
No? Oh, sorry, I'm overselling again.
Steve is just announced.
It's 4th of July.
Well, but maybe someone equally as impressive. Fred Biltman.
They call him the boss.
Yeah.
No, they don't. Oh, sorry.
Fred Biltman.
Call him the Fred, though.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Not good.
He wrote a book about the history of Michigan craft beer and the history of the Brewers Guild. And he's been in the industry for a long time. He does podcasts for the Brewers Guild right now, and he's also just an interesting guy. And so I think we'll have some good discussion. We're going to get a little bit further into history on that one and kind of celebrating Michigan Craft Beer Month, by celebrating some of the Michigan craft beer history. So
if you're into beer, that should be a real cool episode.
And that's the 22nd, July 22nd. So that's just a little teaser of what's coming up on this show. So we are very excited to have those guests coming up, and we appreciate everyone watching today.
Everybody have a safe. We signing off?
Yeah, I think we're signing off.
So cheers. Have a safe and fun 4th of July weekend. We hope to see you at Beards. 215 East Lake Street, downtown Petoskey. Thanks, everybody. Cheers.
Elbows. Cheers.
All right.